Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's Lihi Elena, and today I have a video on these DIY colored acrylic powders that I made all by myself, all by my lonesome, with these pigment powders that I have left over from when I used to make soaps. So I'm going to swatch these out for you, and I'll also show you guys how I did them. So if you want to go see that, just stick around. Alright, so I'm going to show you all of the colorants that I have, and like I said, I used to use these when I made soap. I did make soap from scratch. I didn't use melt and pour like those soap bases that you get from like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. There's nothing wrong with those, but I did make it from scratch. All of these colorants, because they were used in soap and in lotions and body butters and stuff, they are safe to use on the skin. So I'm using gloves because they get really messy. So this is one of the colorants. So this is tkbtrading.com. Right now they currently are closed because of the mandatory shelter in place that California has, but there's a message on their website that some of their products are actually available on Amazon right now, and some of them, if you order from the website, they may be able to ship it to you. I just quickly went through them. I don't need to order anything from them, so I didn't really pay attention to everything that they had on their homepage. So they get really messy. So this is the neon red, as you see. They're very vibrant. It doesn't matter what pigment you get and where you get it from, they are all super potent. So you're gonna see me make these, well, you're not gonna see me make these, I already made them, but you're gonna see the recipes, the ratios, because I'm gonna give you guys the ratios, and you'll see that you don't really need a lot of pigment when you're making acrylic powders. When you're making them, if you have an issue trying to pick up a bead, it's because there's too much colorant and you need more acrylic in the mix. So if you ever have that issue, go ahead and just add more acrylic and you should be able to pick up the bead fine. So this is neon red. This one is neon orange. If you can see it through the bag, but I'll go ahead and open it just for shiggles. So they're very, very vibrant. And I got these from, several different places. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 different companies that I have pigments from. So this is the neon blue, which isn't really neon. It's a blue. It's just a regular blue. I've used quite a bit of this. There's not much left in there. When it comes to cold process soap, which is making soap from scratch, the blue that I used to have, it actually morphs because of the chemical process called saponification. When the lye and the fats turn into soap, it actually morphs the color. So I actually had to get that blue to be able to get a blue, because the blue that I had actually turned purple. So that was interesting. So that's why I use a lot of that, because I had a lot of blue in a lot of my designs. So this is neon green, and so far I don't believe I've used every single color. No, I haven't, because I didn't have enough jars, because I do want to make a color with each of these by themselves. Most of the colors that I made that I'm going to show you are mixed, but I do want to do single colors. So, but the ones that I have used so far, I haven't really noticed any difference at all with a change in the monomer. So, because it is a chemical reaction as the acrylic hardens. So far so good. And then the last one is Raging Raspberry. I'm not sure why this is the only one that actually has an actual name instead of just neon purple, but it is what it is. So this one's super awesome. I absolutely love this one. I hope you can see that very well. I love this one. This one's such a pretty color. I just ordered more jars so I can do, you know what? Maybe I'll actually record me doing those, making those powders. When I make the powders that, you know, are just these colors individually, I'll record that. Because I'm dying. Look at this color. Like, I'm dying to have a color just like this. Alright. So those are all from TKB Trading. I have two here. These are from, the website says Candle Pro, but it's Nature's Gardens candles and soap supplies. And this is one of the main stores that I used to buy things from when I was making soap. So this is a mica. Oh, the other ones, the TKB Trading ones, they're actually, I don't believe they're natural. No, they're not natural. They're neon, so they're not natural. Usually micas, anything that's called mica or oxide, it's a pigment that comes from the earth. So if you want to have a vegan colorant, you want to pay attention to those things. Some micas, not all, are actually natural. It depends on what additives they put into it, so you would have to check the ingredients for the colors. But micas are always shimmery. Oxides are usually not. So this is the Diamond Dust Mica. I absolutely love this thing. This thing was full, and I have half left, but it's beautiful. This one's the one that I use the most of. This one's the gold mica. These are awesome. So if you want to shimmer to anything, I mean, this silver one you can add to any color without it taking away the actual color that you're adding it to. Gold obviously will change the color a little bit, but so this one's more versatile. But those are from, this is the website you go to, but the actual company is Nature's Gardens Candles. The other ones are from Crafter's Choice. This Crafter's Choice. This one's a matte cobalt blue and ultramarine. Ultramarines are usually all natural as well. So when it comes to pigments, one thing that I want you guys to take note if you're going to make your colors. Where are the ones that I just had? Okay. When it comes to pigments, oxides, ultramarines, they all come like this. This is the texture. As you see, it can be kind of chunky. It's not fine like the micas. Micas will always come like this. It's always a fine powder. So that's something that you need to take note for when you're mixing your acrylics, because that means that when it comes to mixing these types of colorants, the chunkier colorants, you're going to need a mortar and pestle, or you're going to need a coffee grind. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it was my dog. He was coming in the room. I'm like, who's coming in the room? All right, he's allowed in. He doesn't make noise. So when you're using oxides or pigments or ultramarines, because they clump up like this, you'll want to use a mortar and pestle or some type of a grinder, like a coffee grinder or something, to break down those chunks, because you will get chunks in your acrylic, and you'll see that later on in the video. A couple of the pigments that I did, they have chunks in them. So that's one thing to keep in mind, but this is a beautiful, beautiful, just royal blue color. So that is that one. Then I have just, you see how long I've had these for so long, and they've gone through so much. This is just black. Nothing special about that. That is me scraping off little pieces of black, because this is so potent that I just needed such a little bit that I was just scraping the lid whenever I used it last. This is yellow oxide. So this is a mustard yellow. It's not bright at all. It's like a brick yellow. I don't know why I said brick yellow. I guess it's because of the next one that I'm about to do. This one is actually brick red, which you can't see, but I know what it is. So this one's called brick red, and that's what it looks. It's just it's a deep brick red. The other ones that I have from Crafter's Choice, I'm missing one. Where'd it go? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Found it. Okay. So the other ones that I have from Crafter's Choice are these that you can't really see. So this one's just a fine glitter. This one's not a colorant, really. It's just a fine glitter. I add these to a lot of things. I used to add this to the top of the soaps to make it super glittery. Oh, it made them look so beautiful. I miss making soaps. I ain't got time for that. That was when I was a stay-at-home mom. Or technically a work-at-home mom. Because I had my little soap business. This one is pink mica, I believe it was called. This one's it's an actual true mica. It's not a glitter. If you can kind of see in there. It's a mica. Oh, there we go. You can see the shimmer in the lid. So that one's pink. It's a dark pink though. So if you're trying to get a light pink, you're gonna have to mix it with some diamond mica. This is a red mica. And these little squirt bottles are so convenient for micas. I absolutely love it. So there's that one. And you really only need to, well, at least when I was using it for soap, I used a couple of these. I don't remember which ones I used. You'll see them in the video. For a couple of the colors, and I literally just opened it just a little bit. If you open it full blast, you're gonna get a crap ton that you don't need, because these are, micas are pigments, so it's gonna really color. They're not glitters, so it's gonna really color your product. And then this one's a black, which you also can't see. They're all like this because you have to make soap with oils, so that's why they're all weird like that. Well, that one you can't really see very well, but there you go. You can kind of see that. So that's the black mica. Oops, sorry. I keep hitting you guys. I keep saying that I keep hitting. I've said that before too. I'm not hitting you. I'm hitting the camera. So this is the other store that I have a lot of products with. It's Brambleberry, and let me see. Here we go. There we go. It's Brambleberry, and they have a crap ton of colorants. And this one is Selene Red Mica. So this one is just a beautiful, rich red. It's so pretty. It's very pigmented and it's shimmery. I hope that's focused. All right. So the next one is, this one is the Red Blue Mica. Hold on a minute. Before I show you that one, I'm going to show you the Selene Blue. Since I just showed you Selene Red. This right here, oh my god. Look how beautiful that is. Look at this blue. This is just a gorgeous ocean blue. This is just beautiful. As you see, I used a lot of this. The jar's almost gone. All right, so I want to show you those two first, because this one is a mix that they have that's red blue mica, but it's not these two mixed together, at least not in the same proportions. It's probably those two mixed together, but it's not 50-50. So I kind of feel like the name is misleading. But this is that one. So obviously it's more red than blue. This is more like a pink lavender. When I do the swatch for the mix that I did with this, it is beautiful, but it doesn't give it justice because it's literally a pinkish purple with blue shimmer, and it doesn't come up on the camera, I don't think, very well. I don't think you can see it here either. But it's this purple. It's true to color as far as the purplish pink, but it has a blue shimmer to it that I don't think the camera picks up very well, and it's so disappointing because I want you guys to see it, but it's beautiful. All right, so this one is Fizzy Lemonade. So this one, I believe, does have FD&C dyes in it. Anything with FD&C dyes, obviously, is not natural. So that's if any micas have FD&C dyes, it turns it from a natural color into a non-natural color, obviously. So this one's Fizzy Lemonade that I've used a crap ton of because, as you know, yellow is my favorite color. So I've made a lot of soaps that had this colorant in it. And it's just a perfect yellow. This next one, this is a hydrated green chrome. And don't let the name fool you. I know in the nail world, we're used to chrome as something being super shiny. That's not what this is. This is a natural pigment. And although it is green, called green, it's actually more of a teal. A teal that's on the greenish side. But it definitely is not a true green. I have a lot, so hold on. I got them in my basket over here. Okay. So this is Merlot Sparkle, and this resembles the Crafter's Choice red mica, just a tad. Let me open it for you. It's darker, but it kind of resembles it. This is definitely a Merlot of a wine color, and this is beautiful. Can't wait to be able to have my jars in so I can make colors, individual colors from all of these. So this is Electric Bubblegum, and it's a hot pink. Hot pink. Like a super neon pink. Now, I didn't buy all of these colors at the same time, obviously, but let's see. Just to give you a little comparison, this was the neon red, this basically is neon purple, and then this is neon pink. Okay. So some of these colors sometimes I feel like I buy the same ones, but I don't. This is Yellow Oxide. This is like the one that I showed you before, but this one's a little darker. Let me see if I can give you a comparison, because this one's also Yellow Oxide. It just seems darker, unless it's just me. No, it's the same. It's just this one's not as clumpy. But I'm one of those that unless it's the same exact thing, I'm not mixing it. Like Crafter's Choice might have some type of, I mean, it's supposed to be all natural. I don't know. I'm not mixing it. I'm still not mixing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. So here's Ultramarine Blue, which is also like the Crafter's Choice one that I am not mixing because they're from two different companies and I don't feel comfortable mixing them. So this one is Ultramarine Pink, and this one's more of a lavender. I don't know why it's called pink, but this is more of a lavender. Oh, And the one that I was, this blue, the beautiful ocean blue, that I wanted a soap to be this color. The reason why I bought the other blue is because if you're making a melt and pour soap, you'll get this color. If you're making a soap from scratch, cold process soap, this actually turns into this. The chemical reaction turns this Selene blue into purple. So, and it's like this. It resembles this. Maybe it's a shade darker, but. So this is called Ultramarine Pink, but it's definitely a lavender. Put those away. These away. And the last one is Selene Red that I already have. I have 2 pots of Selene Red, apparently. Alright, so those are the pigments, and let's get started on the swatches. Alright guys, so we're gonna get to the first color. This one in particular, I actually named these, and this one in particular I actually don't have a name for it because I just threw a whole bunch of glitters together. So this one is just a gold glitter mix. I have some gold in here. I have some orange glitter in here. I think those are I think it's just different shades of gold and orange that I put in here. I made this one a long time ago. I really don't remember. So this one, unfortunately, I can't give you the recipe for it. But it's still gonna be the same proportions as the other ones, all right? And for you guys that just wing it and that don't have measurements at all, I can't with you. I'm sorry, I just can't. And it's okay, don't take it personal, because I can't with my husband either. When he cooks and he just randomly eyeballs things, I can't do that. I'm type A. I need measurements, people. All right, so I'm going to, with the exception of this one, because I made this one so long ago, I'm going to tell you guys how I made these colors. All right, so this one, just gonna get that out of the way. This one is super, super glittery. I really like it. You see that? Super glittering. It's super shiny. So pretty. Am I focusing? Is it focusing? It's probably having a hard time focusing because it's glitter. And that's just the nature of glitter. So for this one, it's the regular proportions like I said, so it's 3 parts clear, 1 part glitter mix. So I didn't do 1 part each per glitter color. It's the whole mix. I made the whole glitter mix first, and then I went and I added the mix to the clear. So that way you get a nice proportion. You get more opaqueness. You know that you don't have clear spots everywhere. You get more coverage. So this one worked out pretty well. I actually used this one on my Thanksgiving nail video that I don't think I have actually put that up yet. So don't go looking for it because I just remember that I haven't put it up yet. So, but there's that one. And I don't know if you can see in the camera that the orange in it. It has very little orange, but it does have some in there. All right. So there's that one. I'll move these around here. All right. So the next one is Champagne Sparkle. This one I call Champagne Sparkle, and this one is beautiful. Look at that. And look at the shimmer. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. All right, so this one I made with 3 parts clear and 1 part diamond mica and 2 little squirts of the red mica. So the reason why I say little squirts is because this was the one that came in the bottle and not the actual, they didn't come in jars. And this is so pretty. Look at this. It's such a beautiful, like, vintage rose shimmer. It's so pretty. And honestly, how I started doing these was I really wanted, you know, there are colors that I had that I wanted, you know, that I've had my eye on, that I've wanted to get. And so I'm like, you know what, why don't I just recreate these colors? And then it dawned on me and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, why don't I just use the colors that I have and just make my own colors? So I just started mixing things up all willy-nilly. And that's how I got some of these colors that I wouldn't have ever thought to even make. And this is one of them that I just decided, I'm like, I'm just gonna mix these colors together, let's see what happens. And I absolutely love this color. It's so dainty. So there's that one. The Champagne Sparkle. Alright. The next one is, let me move that out of the way. Let me go for, I'm trying to do the lighter ones first because you know how the monomer turns, the darker you get with colors. So this one, as you see, I call Coraline. It is a coral color. It's more on the orange side. It does have some shimmer in it, some gold shimmer in it. This one I actually wanted to be lighter. I wanted it to be more on the lighter side, but I added white and it didn't change anything. It was very weird. So depending on the colors that you use, the pigments that you use and the colors that you're using, it can be, you might have to use white. Come in. Alright, sorry guys. My oldest came in to say goodnight. It was his bedtime. Okay, so like I was saying, depending on the type of pigment, whether it's oxide or mica or whatever, and depending on the color as well, you might be able to get away with using clear or using white to get it opaque. So this one was made with, where is it? 3 parts clear. Sorry, I'm looking at my list, guys. 3 parts clear, a half part, Selene red. Hold on, let me do this. And what is that? Get off. Okay. Half part Selene red, half part gold mica, and a quarter part fizzy lemonade. So that's how we made this. And that right there, I don't know what that is. Oh, you know what? I know what that is. Because this color actually started, like I was telling you guys, you guys gotta mix colors and experiment. Just mix colors that you don't know what they're gonna come out with. You don't want to mix, just mix them and see what happens. I had started this mix out with a little bit of the neon orange and a little bit of the neon raspberry to see what color it made, and it actually made this color. But it didn't mix well because of its pigment. It wasn't mica. So I went ahead and just accentuated the color and made this coral with the mica. But I'm not adding that in the actual recipe for this because it actually didn't change anything. You don't have to add those colors to get this one. See, it still has some of that red raspberry in there. And because it didn't blend well, it's coming out now. Damn it. It's not giving you a true color now. That's not a true color. That's not a true color, guys. It's pretty though. It's pretty. But I'm gonna do another one because that's not the real color of this. Crap. So that's one of the things that some of these I don't have one of those little mini mortar and pestle jar things, so I don't have anything to grind the pigment in yet. So what I'm going to do, I saw this on a video. I literally just saw it too. I don't remember the name of the channel or the person that did it, but she used a coffee grinder, and I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember, but I literally just watched it, so it's probably in my history, so I'm gonna go ahead and look that up so I could leave a link for you guys down below on how she makes her mixes, because she makes them in the coffee grinder, so the pigment is actually finely milled. And that way it takes away from the issue of having all these specks. Oh, there it goes. It was about to happen again, huh? So, if you can get all micas, that would be great, but then you won't have any flat colors. So you'll have everything shiny, basically. Alright, so this is the true color that I was going for. It's very pretty. It has like that gold shimmer to it. Let me put these side to side. Oh, okay. I'll put this one side to side at the end when I do the final picture. Because, you know, that one's matte now. It's drying, so it kind of looks weird. You can't really compare them that well. Alright. So there's that one. The next one, this one is one that I call Mint Julep. So this one, if you can see those dots still. That's still pigment that needs to be grounded up. So when you use pigments and you have these here, it's going to show up on the swatch when I do it now, so you're going to be able to see. But you have to remember that when you actually grind them up, because this is pigment that hasn't been mixed up yet, it hasn't been absorbed, you know, or mixed in seamlessly to the clear acrylic. When you finally do, your color is going to be darker. So just keep that in mind. I mean, that's logic, but just keep that in mind just in case, you know, don't add too much color until you grind the pigment really well, or else when you actually get around to do that, your color is going to be off. So this is a minty color that I wanted to do, and as you see all those specks. That's what happens when you don't have your pigment all the way incorporated. And honestly, it kind of looks almost like it's a mint chocolate chip type thing, but this is not the look I was going for. So I am going to be grinding this one up once I get a little grinder. But if you like that look, you go for it. If that's, you know, a feature that you want this color to have. But I wanted something minty, you know, in the mint green. I don't have anything like this, so I thought that was very pretty. Alright. Oh, I didn't tell you guys how I made this one. So this one I used white. This one I actually used, well, I don't have regular white, I have Milky white. So if you have regular white, just know you'll probably have to use a little bit less, unless you want it lighter. I used 3 parts Milky white, an eighth part of the hydrated green chrome, and then a pinch of neon green. And I know I just gave you guys a hard time about not giving measurements, but a pinch. You guys want to know what a pinch is? Let me show you what a pinch is. This is what I'm talking about when I mean a pinch. Let me show you. First, I literally mean a pinch. Alright? That's how much a pinch is. Okay? So just so you guys know. Other than that, I'm gonna give you guys measurements. Just in case you guys want to recreate these colors. Okay. Alright. So next is going to be alright, so this one is I wanted to duplicate the ever popular Tiffany blue. This almost looks like the mint julep that I just did, but it is darker. It's almost there. It's not really Tiffany blue, but it's close. And this one, because it does have hydrated green chrome in it, it does have those pigments. It is kind of grainy like the other one, like the mint julep. Alright, let me clean this off. It still has black pigment on it. Okay. And so does my hand now. Alright. You know, I really should have my notebook somewhere where I can see it. Can't see it right now. Alright. This one, did I make this one with white? Yeah, I made this one with 3 parts Milky white and a 1/4 part hydrated green chrome, and that is it. So to make the mint one, I just added the fizzy lemonade color. And I'll show you these two side by side after I do this, so that way you guys can see the difference. And guys, this is a great way to use any acrylic, like clear acrylic that you don't like, but you don't want to throw away. So the clear acrylic, not the Milky white. Milky white is Glam and Glits, and I love them. The clear acrylic that I used for this is from SuperNail, and I really don't like their clear acrylic. Why can't I freaking speak? Holy crap. Because it's actually super fine. It's more like a dip powder to me. And I kept having trouble with it getting caught up in my bristles of my brush every single time I used it, no matter what. And I just couldn't understand it. And then when I did research, I found out that, you know, a lot of people, even though this has fairly good reviews, the SuperNail clear acrylic, a lot of people do complain that it's too fine. So it's more of a dip powder because it's more finely milled, and I think that was the reason why I was having trouble with it getting stuck in my brush. But because I'm adding pigment to it, it actually made it easier to work with, so it doesn't get stuck in my brush anymore. So if you guys have any, let me get you the mint julep. There's a difference. So when you have it next to this, it really does look like a Tiffany blue, but it still needs work. So if you guys have a clear acrylic or a white acrylic that you don't want to use, but you have, that you tried out or you got as a sample or what have you, go ahead and use it for DIYs because it's great. You don't want to waste it, you bought it, right? Alright, so the next one is, this one I call Sexy Rue. And the reason why I call this Sexy Rue is because it's actually Selene Red and Selene Blue mixed together. Oh crap, why'd I do that? Hold on, I just let something fall into the pot. Did I get it? No, it's up there somewhere. Hold on. I don't want this on my nails when I... Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This, it kind of broke off inside and then I had to dig it out. So this is the Selene Red and the Selene Blue mixed together. So it was either going to be Bled, which, no, or Rue. So I picked Rue, and it just I am a Golden Girls girl, alright? I love Golden Girls, I love my Golden Girls, and it just reminded me of Rue McClanahan, who played Blanche. So, I named it Sexy Rue. Alright, so this one's really pretty. This one, you saw the color in the jar, and it looks like the color in the jar. It's beautiful. It has that pinkish purple, but with the purple shimmer. Oh, it's beautiful. Just wait. I love this color. This one's so pretty. So pretty. I hope you guys can see that. It's such a pretty color. Like, it legit looks exactly like what it looks like in the jar. I'm gonna put one more coat on that. It's just that shimmer, that contrasting shimmer is so complementary to it. I just love it. And this one I made with 3 parts clear and 1 part of that red blue mica. And that's what you get. So pretty. So the next one is, what am I gonna do next? Which one am I gonna do next? Let's do this one. This one I call Dark Ruby, and it's just that. It's a red, and because I made it with mica, it does have the shimmer to it, so that's why I called it Ruby. Now, this was one of the colors that I didn't plan on making either. I really, I don't know. Until, like, I put the, this one's made with the Selene Red, and when I did it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because, you know, what I tried to do is I wanted to do all the colors by themselves to see how they came out. Well, most of the colors by themselves. I didn't do all of them because I ran out of jars, guys. I only had a 12 pack. So I wanted to do all the colors by themselves, and so I did the Selene Red by itself, and I liked it so much, but I felt like it needed to be darker, so I made it darker. So this one is 3 parts clear, 1 part Selene Red, and a 1/4 part black. However, I didn't find my black at the time. I found it, like, as you see, I showed you guys what a pinch was with black. I did find it afterwards, but it was after I made it. So I did use a quarter part of black acrylic. So that means that if you're going to use black pigment, you'd use a little bit less. So it would be more like a pinch. Or an eighth, whatever. So there's the dark ruby. It's really pretty. It has a shimmer to it. The next one is what I call gunmetal. Don't expect gunmetal, because I don't think it looks like gunmetal. It just, for some reason, reminded me of gunmetal. Once I swatch it, you guys will see. So it looks like almost like a bronze or like a nickel. Like, it kind of looks like the brushed nickel that you see like bathroom fixtures and stuff. But for some reason when I made it, I just immediately thought of gunmetal. So I just named it gunmetal. It is what it is. See that? It's really pretty. This is a mix that I wouldn't have thought to do. What is this one? This is 3 parts clear, 3/4 parts black mica, and a part gold mica, half part gold mica, and lots of just iridescent glitter. Just lots of glitter. Or hollow glitter, excuse me. Yeah, not another measurement. I'm sorry. I have it in the bottle, so a couple squirts of the holographic glitter. Damn it, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. And this is, it's just, I was actually trying to make just a black, basically a black glitter mix, I guess, because what I thought was in the bottle was black glitter, but I forgot that it was actually black mica. So I mixed it with gold and then the actual glitter in the bottle, and this is what I got. The next one is, this is one of my favorite ones. Out of all the ones that I did, this is one of my favorite ones. Well, the last two are my favorite ones, and I did them last because they are the darkest, and I didn't want to ruin my monomer. But this one is, I call this one Ocean, and this one literally is just Selene blue. You remember that beautiful blue? That's all this is. And it's, oh my goodness, let me just show you. Let me just show you. Oh man. This one is 3.5 parts clear and 1 part Selene blue. I had to add a little bit more clear because it wasn't picking up well. So if your color acrylic doesn't pick up well, it's probably because you have too much pigment and not enough acrylic. So at that point, you would add more acrylic. Look at this, guys. Look at this beautiful color. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So pretty. So pretty! Like perfect ocean shimmer blue. Bam! Right here. It's so pretty. And it's funny too because I'm not a real big blue person, but this one, like, you can't not like this one. Seriously. Put a little bit more on the side here. Alright. A little bit too much. Alright, so there's that one. So pretty. I absolutely love this color. It's such a vibrant blue. Alright, and then the last one I call Galaxy. So this one is basically showing how the red blue mica is not just Selene red and Selene blue mixed. I mean, it could be, it just probably is in not very good proportions, because this is Selene red and Selene blue mixed with equal parts. Did I tell you guys how I made? Oh yeah, it's just, I put 3.5. Yeah, I told you guys how I made potion. So this is what equal parts gets you, along with some black. All right, so this one I also is just like the other one that I added, the dark ruby that I added black, but I didn't find my black, so I added the black acrylic, a quarter of the black acrylic. So this one is 3 parts clear, half part Selene red, half part Selene blue, and a quarter part of black acrylic. Use, you know, half of that if you're going to use black pigment. All right. And this one, I made this one because I wanted to see if in fact red blue was a mixture of Selene red and Selene blue, and it wasn't. It came into this dark purple, as you see how beautiful it is, but it was so reminiscent of like a midnight sky or like a galaxy nail. I'm like, what? I want this darker. So I went ahead and I added some black so I can have it a little bit darker, and it's just a beautiful color. Like this is just so pretty, and there is some of the mix that didn't get mixed up. There you go. So pretty. It's like a perfect midnight sky. Add more monomer to my dish. I used it all. All right, let's add that. There we go. It's a perfect midnight sky. So here are the colors in their shimmer's glory and speckled glory. That looks like a speckled, it looks like a robin's egg. Huh. I guess you could leave it, but I'm not gonna, no, that wasn't what I intended for that color, but that's actually kind of cool. It looks like a robin's egg. But anyway, so I changed the background so that way you can see the true colors, because you know, sometimes it can be difficult to get a true color when you have a white background like a paper towel like I was using. So the colors tend to be a little dark. The only thing that isn't true is this one, because this one, you guys saw it in the jar, guys. This is a purple with a blue shimmer, and the shimmer, it's not really showing up blue. I mean, it kind of looks tinted blue, but it's more in person. it's like an iridescent blue in person. It's not really catching on camera, so that's kind of a bummer. But it looks like the blue in the jar, basically. So you guys see that, so you know how that looks. So so I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any pigments left over from other projects, if this is all crooked, if you guys have, you know, acrylic that you didn't want to use and you're going to throw it away, if you were already going to throw it away, go ahead and experiment with it. The worst you can do is throw it away like you were planning to do. So I hope that this gave you a little bit of inspiration. I made this, you guys, I made this in like 45 minutes. I had all the pigments, I had already the jars because I was planning to use that for glitter mixes, so I have to buy more because I still want to do the glitter mixes. And I'll do a video on that in the future. But, you know, I already had the jars, I already had the pigments, and I already had the acrylic powder. So I went ahead and I used things that I already had, and I got 10 brand new colors. I mean, those two corals, remember, they're the same color. But, you know, I got 10 brand new colors without buying any new colors. So I mean, this is awesome, and they're custom. But that's why I gave you guys recipes. You guys, I need to recreate the same results every single time, so I can't do no eyeball. I don't do clients, so it's not that big of a deal, but I know the difference. So if you guys like those recipes, you can tweak them a little bit. I almost said twerk them. Oh my god. You can tweak them a little bit and just make them your own. You can use whatever pigments you have. Any pigments that are similar to the ones that I have, go ahead, go for it. So I hope this inspired you guys to use what you have and make some unique mixes. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Write down in the comments what you like, which color is your favorite, which one would you have wished I did. And I'll be sure, like I said, to leave a link below to the video where I saw the grinder for this one, so I can show you guys, so you guys can go check her out, how she does her pigments, if you guys want to go that route. Alright, so like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that's it for me, the Queen Bee. Bye.